It's Tuesday, so that means it's time for the BA Breakdown with Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon. Michael, welcome back. How are you doing today?
Skyler, I'm doing great. I want to start off by thanking Assistant City Manager Kenny Schwab for filling in for me last week. I think he did a great job and updated the community on a number of very important projects.
He did. It was great to chat with him. We're glad you're back. I've got a number of things to get to with you today. Number one, it is National Vietnam War Veterans Day, and I know there's something happening out in Broken Arrow. There's a church that has organized a bit of a situation, or they've got a festival or something tonight to honor the Vietnam War veterans. So it reminded me of a project that's happening pretty close to where I live over there in Broken Arrow, right off of Main Street, is the Mission 22 War at Home Memorial. That's at Veterans Park, right off of Main Street. I've been watching as they've progressed through some construction over there. Just wanted to get a progress report from you on how that's going.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you brought this up. As you know, Skyler, and I think all the region knows, Broken Arrow is a community that is 110% behind its veterans and does all that we can to support them. And the Mission 22 initiative is the War at Home is it's a partnership between the city, the Muskogee Creek Nation, and the Mission 22 organization to build a contemporary memorial to those that have struggled and families that have lost veterans as a result of veteran suicide when they've come home. And as a part of this partnership, we're going to be building the memorial. And based on where we're at right now, we should be looking at a dedication sometime in the middle of June is when we will be dedicating, and we'll be bringing in a number of the families who will have the chance to see the silhouettes of many made as a replica of their family members to honor them for their loss of life in the service of this great nation.
Look forward to seeing that when it's complete. And I will tell people, if you haven't been to Veterans Park in Broken Arrow, it's sometimes I end up over there on my walks, especially around the 4th of July and Veterans Day and those types of holidays when there's so many flags. I can't help but go over there and take video and pictures of all the flags out there. It's actually a really moving thing just to go see the monuments that are already there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the city, thanks to voter approval back in 2018, just completed our Veterans Center, which was a $2 million project to provide our veterans a place to go and to work on veteran services or to get together. We have a multitude of veterans organizations within the community that meet to talk about veterans issues. And our city has always supported our veterans, and Veterans Memorial Park is a very place to go for some solitude and reflection upon those that have served this nation, and it represents those that have lost their lives in the defense of this great nation. So I would encourage anyone that has not been there to go there and just enjoy the improvements that have been made by many different councils and organizations to honor our veterans and their service and their sacrifice to our country.
Let's talk about some upgrades that are happening on the streets of Broken Arrow. This is actually really exciting. I just want to say thank you. I don't know if this was your idea or the council, but I have terrible eyes. I have terrible vision. And so when I'm driving around at night in Broken Arrow, I appreciate the street signs that are lit up. It helps me tremendously. And there are some new ones. I used to drive by this one every single day until I moved on the other side of the BA. But at the BA and Stonewood, which is right there just north of the Broken Arrow Expressway, you've got some new signs.
Absolutely. We're going to be installing new LED street signs at 27 different intersections throughout the community. We've already completed 11, and under the guidance of Street Superintendent Director Rocky Hinkle, we're actually going to be upgrading those signs for not only driver but for pedestrian safety. And this is just another initiative. Our directors do a great job, and the police department, fire department, public works folks are always talking about way to improve driver and pedestrian safety. And this was an initiative that came from the directors to the city council. It's going to be a tremendous improvement for everyone in our community as these additional 27 new lighting systems go up.
It's the BA Breakdown with Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon. We do this every Tuesday at 5:05, and I always encourage the listeners to send in open mics, asking questions. If you live in Broken Arrow, you want to know what's going on in your city, and you want to ask directly, we can do that. And we got one of those open mics for you, Michael. Here we go.
My question for the City Broken Arrow manager is, when are we getting at the Rose West Dog Park a playground set for our dogs for agility, etc.?
I have been to that dog park. It's really fun if you have a dog with a lot of energy. Do you have any plans for that sort of thing out there?
Well, I can tell you, Broken Arrow is one of many communities that we try to take care of our furry family members. Excuse me, I can't speak. In our community, so not only we try to provide amenities for our citizens, but also for our dogs. And Rose West Dog Park is an amazing facility. If you haven't been there, it's on New Orleans, just to the east of Garnett. And I haven't had a request like that, honestly, for some additional equipment. That was something we would certainly consider doing. And so I would just encourage that resident to contact my office and let me know what they're speaking about. And I'll also talk to Matt Hendren, our Parks Director, about possibly some improvements, and we can see if that's something we can afford to do either this budget or next budget, because we want to constantly be upgrading our amenities for folks, because it's not just a place for our furry family members. It's also people gather. I mean, people get out there and they talk about what's going on at the city, and they just enjoy a passive activity while their dogs are running around getting some exercise. So it would be something we would definitely consider.
We'll have to hold over for next week on the next topic here. I just want to give a quick preview, because coming up April 9th, there's an initiative happening at Broken Arrow, the Trash Bash and Recycling Rally. In 30 seconds, what would you say we need to know?
I'd say we'd like all the volunteers that can come out on April 9th to help clean up our community. I mean, the wind blows really hard at Broken Arrow, and so a lot of times we get debris and trash from all around the area, and we try to stay on top of it. However, it does accumulate sometimes, and once or twice a year, we like to try to get out and pick up those and have some folks adopt the certain areas of the community to keep our community looking beautiful, because we want Broken Arrow to be standing tall and looking good for everybody, whether you live here or you're a visitor. And it is, but we just got to keep it that way.
Michael Spurgeon, City of Broken Arrow City Manager. Thank you, sir. We'll talk next Tuesday.
Thank you, Scott. Take care. Bye.